Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for September 9th through the 15th. We're going to connect and see what's coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising friends. We're going to pull some messages for you for the week from this deck. And then we're going to pull a moon message for you from this deck, a spirit message, moon message. Because we've got a full moon coming up on Friday. So let's see what's happening for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. And as always, guys, those of you who are curious about which cards I used, I always have a link in the description of the video that will take you to go check them out if you want to do that. If you want to see more about the cards, you can do that. So let's see what is coming up for you guys, Sun, Moon, and Rising, week ahead. All right. Monday, Tuesday for Aquarius. Wednesday, Thursday. I do apologize for the glare. Wednesday, Thursday. I usually record at night, but we got some daytime glare coming in. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, my darlings. Let's see what is happening. Monday, Tuesday. We have 7 of trees. This has come up for a couple of the signs. Not all of the signs, but some of them. Okay, I do believe it came up for Capricorn, and I can't remember who all else. But, so some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Not necessarily, but you could be. 7 of trees in this deck is listed here is contemplation. So contemplation is going to be a card, like I said, in traditional tarot, this would be 7 of Pentacles. And 7 of Pentacles comes up when we're having to reevaluate something that we're doing. Like we're putting a lot of work into something, and we might not be getting a whole lot back. And so it's like a whole lot of squeezing for a teeny bit of juice, right? Like is this really worth it? Am I getting back, you know, matching the effort that I'm putting in? For Capricorn, I felt the energy in a different way than I'm feeling it for you guys. I feel for you guys, this is more having to do with a current path that you've been on, okay? But it feels to me something in terms of beliefs, Aquarius. It feels to me something in terms of beliefs. I feel like some of you are wanting to leave an organization, or, you know, for some of you, maybe even a church or a religion. I feel like there's some kind of traditions that you've been following, and you're just like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, right? I don't know if it's worth the energy that it's taking for me to do this. So some of you may be getting ready to break some kind of a tradition, or, you know, disconnect or disassociate yourself from a certain ideology, whether it be a religious or a political group. And some of you are kind of concerned about the backlash that may occur from that. For some of you, I do feel it's political. Like, I feel like some of you are wanting to change or move away from a political party, or some of you maybe have been really involved in some type of politics or activism, and you're deciding now that that cause is no longer for you, or that you no longer believe in that way. And so you might be kind of concerned how people might be thinking or dealing with you. So this isn't just simply walking away from this belief system. Some of you are like, okay, well, I'm also going to be having to, you know, start all over again in some way, as far as, you know, who I'm going to hang around with, who my friends might be. You might have a lot invested, and that's why you are really contemplating, is this a good idea or a good time for me to walk away from this belief or this organization? But the way the tree kind of has that little space there, and that sun is shining through, does make me feel like you guys are feeling very guided to do this. You're feeling very guided to go in this new direction. And overall, as uncertain as it might be, and as, you know, nerve-wracking as it might be, you seem to have a sense of optimism about it, and a sense of feeling like, oh, but this is what I need to be doing. So again, I feel that a lot of you are walking away from someone or something that you've invested a lot of time in, and you're just like, it doesn't resonate with me anymore. I don't feel it the way that I used to feel it. Your Wednesday, Thursday card is 9 of Angels, okay? This really makes sense to me, because we're just talking about some of you maybe have this concern about like how it's going to impact or change your life to make such a decision to give up on a cause or walk away from something you've been so devoted to. Your next card here is Nine of Angels for the midweek. And so the angels in this deck are what we know in traditional tarot as the swords. And Nine of Swords is a card that we associate with worry, right? Like insomnia, fear, worrying, like not being able to sleep, being very concerned about all the things that might go wrong. So Nine of Angels here is coming in and telling us that a lot of the fear, a lot of the worry that we have, even though we might be thinking about possible scenarios that are logical and that they could happen, overall they may not happen, right? Just because it's possible doesn't mean it will happen. And that you are being watched over, that you are being protected, that you do have your guardian angels and guides helping you in this situation. The whole thing with the Nine of Swords is that it asks us to stop and think about our situation. What is in our power to change? What can we change? And then to go ahead and start taking the steps to change what we can change. And then whatever we can't change, it's asking us to surrender to our higher power, to take care of on our behalf. And that's what this guardian card is saying here. It's saying you have your guardians with you. Allow them to help you. Allow them to step in. You know, assign or ask them to take over certain aspects of the situation that you don't have control over. Ask your guardian angels to watch over it and to work it out for you on your behalf if it's something that's outside of your hands or outside of your control. But overall, Spirit does want you to know that, you know, your angels are watching over you and they're wanting to bring you a sense of safety and a sense of security. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is the turnaround, revolution. Okay? And again, guys, I invite you to take a moment to really look at the cards and see what is jumping out at you. What do the, signs and colors and messages say to you? Really take a look at it, okay? And see what jumps out at you, how it speaks to you. And that's a really great way of taking a general reading and putting more of a personal connection to it. Now, those of us who are familiar with tarot, we know that card number 12 in traditional tarot is the Hanged Man, okay? Which is another major arcana card. And we have the Hangman coming up here. It's saying revolution. The key word here is revolution around it. And I kind of like the fact that, you know, it's being called that in this deck, or that it's being called in a more positive way, because people get upset when they see the Hangman and they think that they're stuck, especially when we're doing this whole, you know, reading here saying that you're wanting to leave a situation because you don't believe in it anymore, or it's just been a lot of work and it hasn't been resonating with you. And so when somebody thinks of the Hangman, they think, oh, it means I'm stuck and nothing's going to happen for a long time. They don't realize that the Hangman is a major arcana card, which means it's a moment of divine intervention. And the Hangman specifically is about us looking at a situation from a different angle, looking at the situation from a different approach, so that we can really get clear about what we want and how we want to get there. It's really more so a card about realizing, waking up, planning. And so here it says revolution. So this is a time where you're creating or you're planning or plotting a personal revolution in your life. Okay? And to go about making this revolution happen in as peaceful a way as possible, right? But revolution, that's a big word. This is telling us that your whole life is going to change. Like your life as you know it is going to change. You're coming into a very new energy. You're coming into a very special energy. Okay? And so this is going to be an energy that in some ways maybe is unavoidable. This almost makes me feel like this transition is unavoidable. The only thing that's in question is just how is it going to happen? Are you going to wait for a tower moment to come in and make it happen? Are you going to make plans and goals right now and work actively towards it? Because one way or another, you are distancing yourself from one belief and coming into a new one. Okay? And so this is going to be a time for you to really get clear about how you want to make the change. Make the change while you still have the power to make the change. Don't wait for that tower moment. And again, guys, be sure to watch your sun. Well, this is your sun for many of you, but make sure to watch your moon and rising sign videos, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others, or they might add a little extra information. Be sure to check that out. We're going to go ahead and see what your moon message is for the week. We've got the full moon happening for you. Well, not just for you, for everybody. Not just for Aquarius. We've got the full moon happening on Friday. So let's see what the energy here is. I almost feel like there's two cards stuck together. I think there's two cards stuck together, and there is. Okay, so you know what? They relate, so we're going to go into them together, right? Because they didn't have to come out together, but they did. We have realization. And if you look at this card, now, not trying to scare you or anything, but this little keyhole thing here did make me think of the tower. It did make me, so I was like saying, you know, you don't want to have a tower moment. You don't want to have the universe come in and punch the door path for you, right? Like, you don't want to have that jolt, but I feel like you're realizing what the right way to go for you is going to be, or go into the energy of this new beginning. Now, I feel for some of you, you're releasing a lot of the beliefs and the things that have been blocking you, and you're coming together with this game plan. But you might not actually make the change until, like this little crescent, little sliver here is jumping out at me. So this makes me feel like you might not be making the change until we come into the new moon, sometime it's probably going to be October by then. Let's see here. Nope, I'm just kidding. Next new moon is going to be the new moon in Libra on the 28th. I was like, we're already halfway through the month. Are we going to have a new moon in September? It's going to be October. So close to October, okay? So the new moon, so you might not be making the change until about the end of the month, okay? So new moon is going to happen on the 28th. And this is going to be probably when a lot of you are making your decision. Maybe you're writing a letter, terminating your contract or your agreement, or letting people know you're going in a different direction. It's going to be different for different ones of you. So I feel like the next couple of weeks for you is going to be more about, like I said, like mentally preparing yourself, realizing that the time has come to make these changes, and seeing the way out, seeing which path you want to take. And with realization is coming in acceptance, right? And so acceptance is you're just kind of accepting yourself, where you are on your journey, where you are on your path. I feel overall too, though, a lot of you are just accepting the fact that you feel it's time to connect with a new group or a new tribe. Maybe you have been trying to hold on for a very long time to a certain energy or to a certain group of people, and you're finally accepting that it's time to reach out, to break out of the circle and come into a new circle or a new group of acquaintances. But there does feel to be, for some of you, there does feel to me to be like some kind of like a conversion. Like you're converting to another political party, or you're converting to a new religion or something. It just feels to me like you're leaving one group and joining another. Ultimately, I feel like, Aquarius, this is something that is a stepping stone for you. Like, I don't see you being like someone that devotes your life to a specific group, but it's helping you having this awakening. And then from there, you're coming back into some sense of independence and finding your message, your voice, your plan, your projects. But for right now, you're starting by disconnecting or disassociating from, some current belief system that just really isn't working for you anymore, right? And acceptance is, you know, being able to accept that this is where you are and that it's time to make this change. It's time to go on a new path. It might be a change that you've been denying or resisting for a long time. Again, watch your moon and rising sign videos because some weeks are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will take you to schedule a private reading with me there. All of the reading options, all of the pricing, the next available readings, all that information is available on the Calendly link, so do check that out. And guys, don't forget, every single day on Facebook and Instagram for free, I post the free card of the day. I post the pick a card games, and a lot of you have been enjoying doing those, and I enjoy putting them out for you. So why not take use of another free resource for little daily messages? That smoke just blew over, that candle went out, so Spirit's saying yes, follow the daily messages. Anyway, my dears, again, I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week.